All right, we are back on screen, off screen. I've got Josh here. Lauren, unfortunately, was feeling sick this week, so we're gonna miss out on literally the best person ever and the whole reason that we gathered. Just kidding. Josh is absolutely wonderful, and he partly makes up for Lauren's absence. Josh, I looks like I've got a few news stories. Let me go through that quick, and then we'll go through your first topic. First, Dungeon Crawler Carl is releasing a role-playing game and a card collecting game, and the launch party is on February 16th, and then the full campaign drops on April 14th. I know Lauren likes doing the whole DMing thing, so I genuinely was super excited to talk to her about this. But what are your thoughts on like a role-playing Dungeon Crawler Carl game?
I am happy that it exists and wish those that play it that they have a good time.
Okay. But I know you like D&D and stuff like that too, so why not more interested?
Because I don't really love the idea of going into specific worlds or existing worlds.
Okay.
I have never really been like, let me go play a Lord of the Rings D&D campaign. Let me go into the Alien franchise campaign. They exist for all of these things. I did do a Star Wars one once, but I much prefer the feeling of going into a new world and having to create things and being a part of something that isn't familiar. Um, and that to me is a lot
Okay.
of the fun, right? With story, you get to build a world instead of experiencing a story in a world. Like, I'm not opposed to it. If I had the chance to play, I would play it. If I were to DM it, I would prefer not to DM in a specific world, and I would prefer to, like, hey, if these let's say the rules work really well,
Mm-hmm.
I would say we're going to take those rules, but we're not going to play Dungeon Crawler Carl. We're going to play Fantasy Dragons or Aliens or something, and just make it up and
Okay.
play and exist and whatever. I think my big.
So
Go ahead.
so when you play D&D, how's it different with the Forgotten Realms? Is it because there's just like it's so vast, like you're still playing in a built-in world, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Okay, you create your own world, your own
Yep. I created mine.
landmarks, events,
Lauren
everything.
created hers, designed her own maps. For me, as a DM, that's a part of a lot of the fun is doing all of these things,
Cool.
creating all of these things, deciding on how religion is going to work and logistics and what different factions you're going to have. And to those who do play in the Forgotten Realms, like Dungeons and Daddies does,
Mhm.
it's more of like a vague canvas than it is like an actual outline of an actual world, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's more like here's a dot to dot, but none of the dots are marked except like 6 of them.
Okay.
So you just get
So
to
you've
create your
got
own stuff on top of what they have, which is some vague stuff.
so like you have the Shire, you have Mordor, you have a few other little ones, but the rest of it is pretty much a blank canvas. You don't actually have the written map like you do with Lord of the Rings, where it's like this is the whole thing. It's all right here.
Yeah.
Done, right? Okay. Cool. Cool. So with Dungeon Crawler Carl, you have I'm interested in how it's going to work because there's so many different worlds that he's created, and there is a lot of vagueness. Like with the bubble worlds, one bubble world could be completely and utterly different than the one Carl was in. And do we get to explore that bubble world?
But the system is still set up for a fantasy setting,
Okay.
right? So you're not going to have cyborgs and, laser battles and all that kind of stuff. I guess you could, but it wouldn't be fulfilling that way.
Okay.
My other problem with going into these worlds is you have to respect what the author and creator already did.
Okay.
So if I were to play Dungeon Crawler Carl, the role playing game,
Hmm?
I would be sitting in there And I'd be like, that's not supposed to happen on this level. That's not
Okay.
really supposed to happen here.
Okay.
Carl and Donut should have already been here, so this shouldn't have happened. You know, like, there's that kind of, like, obligation to, like, this is what's there.
Hmm.
I guess it's possible that they were to create it to where you're playing in a different dungeon, like a previous dungeon.
That's interesting.
And so you
That's
don't
very
have to
interesting.
necessarily honor or respect the dungeon crawler Carl story. But I'm still like, I would just rather not touch it, right? I'd rather not touch the
Okay.
politics and mess with it and create my own, right? Like, I also don't read fanfics because they have the same problem, right? They have to touch it, they have to mess with it, they have to change it or adapt it or improv stuff that wasn't touched on, you know? And I'm just like, I don't play modded games very often because I love and respect the creator vision. So leave the creator vision alone for me personally. Like I said, I'm glad it exists. I hope people play it. I hope it gets really popular. I really hope that they figure out cool mechanics that are unique enough to stand on their own and they're not like just repurposed mechanics from other systems. Um, Hopefully it's good. Like I said, if I had the chance to play it, I would probably jump on it and be like, yeah, let's do it.
Hmm.
Am I particularly motivated to where I'm going to watch the launch party or follow it actively or say, hey, Laura, this system's coming out. I need you to buy the rule book so you can run a campaign for us? Like, no. If she wants to, great. But if not, like I said, I still haven't even played a homebrew version of the other system that I absolutely love. I can't even think of what it's called right now. But
The Call of Cthulhu
yes,
one?
Call of
Yeah.
Cthulhu system is a great system. I love how the mechanics work. I still haven't played in one of those. So
Well, we need to change that.
yeah.
Lauren, when you
Great.
listen to this, you need to change it. Cool. I am interested. I'm interested in how they're going to do it. I know Matt's been working on this for a really long time. So I hope it's good.
Well,
I
I
hope it's
want
good.
Matt to just focus on his writing. We should just lock Matt in a pit and be like, you can come out when Dungeon Crawler Carl's finished. That's
Like the
what I think.
whole series.
Yep,
The
the
whole
whole thing.
series is done.
I'll drop down
That's
some
fair.
Mike and Ike's to you once a day.
His book series has exploded in the last year. Like math, I didn't realize how much it exploded. They have I think it's Goodreads top 100 fantasy books, and it was ranked like 79 last year, and this year it's 13.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone clear the crap up there. Pretty freaking cool. Like good for him. Seriously, good for him.
Well, think about it. Right
He's
now
written
we
something good.
have what is a really good complete series.
What is a really good complete series?
No, it is a really good complete series. Like if it just stopped
Um,
existing today, and the next book
I would
never
be
came out.
so unsatisfied. Are you kidding me? They're still in the freaking dungeon. Ah, no.
I know there's still a lot of questions, but in book one, they've been building up to floor 9. In
Yeah, the
every
entire
book,
time.
it's floor 9, floor 9,
Yep.
floor 9. And now we've had floor 9, and it was great. Right? So not only do you have this big buildup, you have it actually land. It actually works. So you have at
I
least that to stand on.
both agree and don't agree. Like, I get where you're coming from. I was a little disappointed in book 9, but at the same time, it wasn't a bad, like, it was still a very, very good book. It just didn't reach the probably overblown expectations that I had from that book. I don't know. You get what I mean?
I do get what you mean, but I don't agree that it didn't land. There are things about it that were so predictable
Yeah.
that when it happened, like what happened with Katya, that you're like, ugh, I was hoping that there was going to be another way or a
To do
change
it.
or something to really, but like that whole battle scene with the catapults and everything, like that was awesome. And then you had the
Very,
scene
very
with
cool.
them sneaking in, and then you have the NPC shenanigans. Like there was a lot in that book, and
A
like
lot.
yeah, the probably last third fell a little flat, but it was all like important stuff to build up for the continuing of the series. Um, I really liked it. I thought it was great. I don't have any big complaints. I just wish we, Katya stuff, but
Yeah. I yeah. Still very good book. Still very, very good book.
and like
And
another
I'm
point is just like how re-listenable or readable the series is.
it's insane. Like the re-listenability of it is crazy, and the fact that everybody loves it. My favorite review of Dungeon Crawler Carl was one that was put on Patreon, and he's like, I could recommend this to anybody. I recommended it to my mom, and my freaking mom loves it. Even my freaking mom loves it, and I thought it was so funny.
Yeah, it's so good. Like I said last week, my friend is listening to it. I re-listened to the first book alongside. Earlier this week, uh, she switched on to a different series just to finish it, and then is planning to get back to book two. So I was like, I'm going to start book two just so that I can
Cool.
be listening alongside. I finished the entire book in not exactly one sitting, but I got like 4/5 through in one sitting, and then just was like, oh, I'll finish it. Like it
That's awesome.
is
Was
so
the
good.
full voice cast, was it worth it to
No,
you? I know before you were kind of like, no, you don't think it is.
no, it takes longer. They change things. They emphasize different things. Um, just listen to the book and
Okay.
buy the book, because I don't know if you're aware. I didn't know this. There are secret chapters in the physical versions that are
I
nowhere
didn't know
else.
that. That is
Yeah.
super cool.
So now I have to buy the series.
Yeah, I have book 4. I think I have book 4,
Yeah. Well,
but that's the only one
Amazon
that I have physical.
Amazon has a bundle of the first 5 books that makes it pretty affordable. So
Cool.
probably gonna buy
You're gonna read a physical book, my friend.
just the secret chapters. I'm
Oh,
not gonna read the whole freaking thing.
that's
I'll just
awesome.
listen to the book. I just want the secret chapters.
That's so cool. I don't know. I don't really like when people do that.
I do.
I think there's a Throne of Glass author. I can't remember her name. She literally will do like special editions where she has one extra chapter in them, and I just if you're just do the book. Don't have a DLC for the book. Don't have you bought order number 30, so this one's going to come with one special chapter with one of our characters. I don't know. I'm not about that, but
Why?
it's okay. Because, like, when I'm paying for the audiobook, I should receive the entire experience. Like, the whole experience should be done there. I shouldn't have to buy a different medium to get a different experience.
Why
And it would bug me
this
even more.
only apply to books?
What do you mean?
Why do I have to buy The Witcher 3 DLC to have an at least decent experience, according to you? Shouldn't I get
That's
the
great.
whole experience just by buying the game?
I mean, you get to the point where you can do that later on by buying the champion version or whatever they
Okay,
want
so
to call it.
spending more money and basically paying for the DLC and the original game just at one time. So why is this logic only applying to books?
I think it's what you're paying for. Like one chapter, I can read that in 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
DLC is like hours, especially the Witcher DLC. It's like a full game. crazy.
Okay.
It's not a full book.
But that's not going to be true for every DLC.
That's true.
Like a
That's
lot of
true. There's some that are
DLCs
small and
add
stupid.
just a little bit, or a cosmetic item, or
The cosmetic item ones are stupid. Like if I'm getting a full, like thick thing, I can be behind that. If you wanted to add an entire Prepotente storyline to book 3, and I got to see things from Prepotente's point of view, and it was like a good, solid chunk, it was a chunky piece, I would be all for that. Sure. But if it's a little teeny tiny thing, just add it in the original book. And if it is in the original print of the original book, just do it in the audiobook. Like it should all be there.
I don't agree. But
Okay.
that's fine.
That's fair. That is totally fair. The other news I don't think you're going to care about as much about. Did you ever watch Stargate?
Nope.
Have you? Okay, I didn't think so. I like Stargate. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, but it's like my dad's favorite TV show. And it has been rumored to be coming back for half a decade. But they finally officially announced it is actually in the works. It is actually coming back. And it has one of the original writers for the first 2 shows, which is great. I hope it's good. Hope it's good. Why don't you think it'll be good?
When is a reboot good?
Very, very, very rarely.
They've greenlit
Very
a
rarely.
lot of these franchises. You know what the best one, or one of the best ones, is?
What?
Sorry. Avatar: The Last Airbender or Percy Jackson. Do we talk about those today?
No. Not really. And it is one of the better ones for sure, actually. Yeah, they're both pretty good. Are there any others that are really good? When Veronica Mars came back, I liked that. I don't know. I've heard I've heard Scrubs is coming back. That might be good. I don't know. I don't like Scrubs originally, but everyone loves Scrubs. Good for us. Me and you. We were like the only people that don't like that show.
Well, let's talk about the other news then.
Yeah.
The Chronicles of Narnia. Its reboot
Oh.
has its casting.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen it at all.
And they cast... Oh, what's her name? Meryl Streep.
As the White Witch?
Nope. As Aslan.
Oh. Oh, damn. Meryl Streep as the White Witch would be sick. Meryl Streep as Aslan is stupid, you dumbasses. You absolute freaking morons. What the heck? Why would you do that? That's so dumb.
Well, that is what reboots are. Dumb. Pointless. Why did they exist? There is no reason.
Yeah, and then you got Harry Potter that's coming back, and they have a black Snipe, and Snipe is like the only person that's described for being white and pelly in the entire book series. I don't know.
Don't care
I don't
about
have to do
that.
about that. You don't?
No.
Because
it's a poorly written book series. Why do I care that they changed that one aspect?
A character.
And it's an aspect that doesn't matter.
But it's described specifically in the book. Like, it would be weird. You technically could take Dumbledore, because I don't think he's described really at all, other than being like an old wizard with a big beard. He could be a black dude. Wouldn't really matter. But when you have like this white, sickly, pelly, skinned dude with black raven hair, I would just stick to the book. With what's her name? The one Harry ends up marrying, Ron's sister. That whole family's supposed to be like white redheads. That would be really weird if they were black.
Okay, let's look at it.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson, the Olympians.
Hmm?
Annabeth is supposed to be a blonde, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to subvert expectations by having her be the smart blonde instead of the dumb blonde,
Yeah.
right? Both
And
the
they should have kept
movie
her blonde.
and the series changed it. Did you like seeing Alexander Daddario as a blonde? No, when they did that for the sequel, it was a bad choice. And the hair color didn't
Yeah.
really matter that much.
And she is great in everything that she's in. I would love to watch her in all shows. But I would have also been somebody who's like, it specifically talks about her being blonde. Let's find somebody who's blonde. There's a lot of blonde actresses. Like a lot.
Yes, but my point is that is one that specifically calls it out and
Yeah.
one where it actually has a purpose, right? It
To
is
the story. Yeah.
purposeful that she is blonde. Yet
Yeah.
we both agree that in the movie it's good that Alexander Daddario was not blonde.
That is true.
And now we have Snape in a country with lots of black people, in a culture with lots of black people, in a show or in series that doesn't have any black people written, and they decide, hey, let's make this one character who's pretty important a black character. Like, I don't care. I want them to be the most qualified actor, not the most racially accurate character. Uh, I don't know.
I
I'm
think that
weirdly
they.
getting excited about the Harry Potter reboot.
What?
Yeah.
Why? That's
Uh,
wild.
because I don't like the movies.
Okay.
One is horrible. Two is worse somehow. Three is the only one that gets above a five. Uh, the rest just suck, and it's a poorly written in the first place series. However,
Okay.
there has been a lot of stuff going on outside, like Ron, Hermione, and Harry, the original actors, all wrote letters to the new actors, and that's been going around. Um, they're doing a lot of really good stuff. Uh, the guy who plays Malfoy just came back as Malfoy in the Harry Potter play thing.
The cursed child. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so to me, it's like, what if they made it slightly good instead of just terrible? That's my
But if
thought.
the original content is really bad, how do they do that?
Fix the magic system. Like, that's the biggest thing.
Okay.
If you were to fix some of the plot holes too, like that could go a way, long way. Like if they still have Harry Potter bitten by the basilisk and still have him still be a Horcrux in the last book, like that is a massive plot hole. You know, if they were to just tidy up these things and they were to say, hey, for all of you Harry Potter lovers who love how it's kind of written and how it's terrible, there's yours. We're going to fix some of those issues listening to people who criticize it and deliver on the things that are important and fix the things that there's no reason for it to be broken in the first place. Then, like, yeah, you could have a much better Harry Potter experience. You could still have the feeling of magic and whimsy and all that kind of stuff, but not have something so terrible at the end of it.
I would be shocked if they change it that much. Shocked.
I don't think that they will either. But if they're, for whatever reason, listening to this podcast, just fix the plot holes. If you can, fix the conveniency of the magic system as well. But my big one is fix the plot holes. You know that they're there. They have been pointed out. Even Harry Potter fans are like, oh, well, I guess I can't really explain that. Fix the plot holes. This is your opportunity to be like, we could still tell a good story without massive plot holes.
Plot holes. Yeah, I've thought about a lot of the plot holes. I didn't think about the basilisk one, which is just
That's the one
ginormous.
everyone goes to.
That's the one I haven't thought of because I don't look up videos. I just read the series and I was like, that's a problem, that's a problem, that's a problem. But I literally have never thought about that one.
When I was watching and they talked about how a basilisk thing is one of the only ways to destroy Horcrux, and then they revealed Harry Potter is a Horcrux. I'm like, didn't he get bit by a basilisk? That was my first thought.
Thought.
Like,
Yeah, that's dumb.
yeah,
That's a dumb thing.
yeah.
That doesn't make any kind of sense.
And you can fix it. Just don't have him get bit.
Yeah,
Have somebody else
easy.
get bit.
Done.
Lots you can do. Not hard.
Not hard.
Just
And
fix
if you
it.
have a magic system where you can kind of do whatever the heck you want, it gives you a lot of leeway to do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah. Fix the plot holes. That'd be great. That's a good start.
That's a good start. All right, let's go to. I'll do one more topic because I have two. I'm gonna do Mobland first because we can talk about it. I like this show. I think the show is good. The reason that I don't think I got into it as much as you did is because I don't typically I like where there are two separate enemy sides and you're fighting against those two sides. I typically don't like the whole I'm fighting within my own family thing, which this one has quite a bit of, in my opinion. What's the main guy's name?
Tom Hardy.
Mob? No, the other dude. Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan is freaking amazing in the show. Like, absolutely incredible. I completely agree. This is his best role. He is stupid good. I don't love that he's fighting with his wife all the time. So I'm like, you guys have built this entire empire together. Those douchebags over there are the bad guys. Why are you fighting each other? Don't fight each other like that. I was not as into that, but it's not bad. Like, it's still really good, and it's done extremely well. Anson Boone, who plays Eddie, is just such a little prick. And I literally just wanted to punch this stupid freaking kid in the face over and over again. He does an absolutely great job. Tom Hardy, very, very good job. I was debating if this is his best role. I don't know. I don't know. I want to give it. He just has so many. He has so many great roles. Even The Dark Knight Rises, which I have a lot of problems with, and I think it's a stupid movie, I think he does a good job as Bane, given the absolute shit lines and stupid plot and terrible story that he's given. Like, I think he does a good job. Inception, he's great. And Mad Max, he's fan-freaking-tastic, and he's just so good. He's so good.
Okay, but none of them, they all pale in comparison to Warrior.
Oh, that's true. Warrior is fantastic.
I would give you.
That's
There's a lot to argue for his second best, but
Warrior is the best.
Warrior's his best. No.
Yeah. Even the Revenant. Like, I know you didn't love the movie, but he's so damn good in that movie.
Well, even
I
said good. That he was the best part of that movie.
Yeah, he
did a great
job. There's all the acting in this is really, really solid. Like, really good. The ending is absolutely freaking intense. The whole knife stab thing is crazy. The way that they turn and they take out the other mob boss, fantastic. Chef's kiss, way to go. The last half of this show, for me, got going a lot more, and I liked it a lot more. The first half was a little slow, and I had a harder time being sucked in like I wanted to be sucked in. But doesn't mean it's not a good show. And I understand why you're excited for season 2. I just really want less of the family fighting and more of the let's kill those douchebags. Because that's what I enjoy more.
That's fair. Pretty much exactly where I thought you would land. A lot of people compare it to Penguin. My prediction was you would like it, but not quite as much as Penguin.
Yeah.
And that's
fair.
Exactly where you landed.
It is.
Yeah.
100%.
I love the fighting within the family because it's real. Because it adds more dynamics to it. It's not as simple as us versus them. It's, Pierce Brosnan and Tom Hardy are fighting to keep the family together while there are these outside forces coming in on them. And
Why is Tom Hardy so loyal? Like, I don't. The entire show, I was like, I don't get that aspect of it. Even at the end, where
because
he's
Pierce
offered to be able to
Brosnan
betray them.
saved Tom Hardy.
Okay, and
That's one
that's
of the
okay.
earlier stories that are told. I bet you just forgot about it from one of the earlier episodes.
Probably.
But yeah, Pierce Brosnan saved Tom Hardy from going to jail and, you know, built him into what he is, the Mr. Fix-It guy, and is basically a second son. So it's a show that's about loyalty. It's a show that about morality. It explores a lot more of those topics. Um, Tom Hardy's challenged on loyalty and like the question: when is it okay to break off that loyalty? Because Tom Hardy's
That is
put
an
in the
interesting question.
position of like, morally, ethically, you could stop being loyal to this family, go make more money, and be safer,
And get your daughter away
and
from
you would
that
be
creepy piece
totally
of
fine.
crap.
Yeah, and you would be totally fine, right?
Yeah,
Like if he chose that, nobody would be like, you disloyal asshole. Like that is a fair thing to do in that situation.
for sure.
And he still chooses loyalty, right? So you have that question of where does loyalty end? When does it become not healthy? What are the circumstances to break off that? And me, a person who's big on honesty, loyalty, integrity, you have the most honorable and full of integrity protagonist who is only doing bad things to cover for this family. And I
Yeah.
absolutely love that all of those questions are deeply explored and looked at and stuff. Whereas the penguin is more like, I'm bad guy, you bad guy, me bigger bad guy. I kill you. It's, yeah, I love the
That's very funny.
every character in Mobland is very dynamic and interesting. Like there is in family fighting, and Pierce Brosnan is trying to hold the family together, and the wife is like, "Hey, we should do bigger, better things," without fully understanding the fallout. And then you have the son who's just like, "I love money. I'm a rich prick who never had to work for anything my entire life." And
But as far as family dynamics go, the family fighting, the stuff with Kevin is probably weirdly. I just brought this up as a negative. My favorite part of the show is also part of this negative, which is the stuff with Kevin.
yeah,
I think it is fantastic. Best part of the show.
mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just there's that you've always got your family, but you're always having other things. And this whole show is about like what does it even mean to really be family? How do you stay loyal to your family when they're trying to do something stupid? The son, who's just a prick, wants nothing more than to have Pierce Brosnan be as proud of him as he is of Tom Hardy. But because he's a rich prick, he didn't see the work that Tom Hardy did to get where he was. So he's just doing things and becoming a violent asshole. And it's so good. It's so like well tied together. I absolutely loved it. It's a great show.
Awesome. Hopefully, season 2 can be as good or even better. For me, this was the last half of it is an 8.5, but the first half drags it down quite a bit to like 7.5 to me, honestly.
It's about where everybody else
But
has it.
it's still a good show. Good show. And if they can keep the quality of that second half of the show, sky's the limit. Let's go. Sky's the limit. All right, man. Thank you for the recommendation. I did enjoy watching it. I'm glad I watched it. I'm going to watch your other one with Sid. What's the other one that you really love that you told me about last year and I didn't remember it? And it's about the guy who assassinates people.
Day of the Jackal.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that. We're gonna start it this week, actually.
I hope you like it.
I think I'm going to. It looks sick, man. I watched the trailer and I was like, why the freak have I not already seen this? This looks fantastic.
I think it's so good.
Okay, what is your first topic, man? Honestly, this one surprised me a lot.
Okay, so I feel like I have to explain. Um, Last week I was recommended a book,
Okay.
and because of that book, the friend that recommended it listened to Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Hmm.
As a joke, this person said, "You should watch the Sabrina Carpenter concert with me."
Okay.
And I said to myself, well, I know vaguely of Sabrina Carpenter. I know some of the uh, controversy around her. I know her espresso song and find it quite irritating. But you should try everything at least once, right? Like, you should be fair and form your own opinions. And so it was about halfway through the concert, and I reached out and I said, "So when's this concert supposed to start?" And she was like, "I didn't actually expect you to watch this, but here's the link." So I pulled it up and I watched the second half of her LA concert. And
Okay.
here's what I kind of gotta say about it. I understand why people love her so much.
Okay.
Um, all of her songs, not terrible. She has a couple of good ones. She has one really, really good one. She has one that is really, really annoying because it gets stuck in my head, and that is just irritating. It's not even like it's my favorite song of hers. But here's what I will say: she actually sings at her concerts. She makes it a
Okay.
big production. She
Okay.
involves the fans. Um, she talks to them. She arrests a fan per concert. Um, the one she did right after mine, she arrested Miss Piggy, and that was a big thing. Um, those who are watching illegally remotely, like I was and my friend was, she involves like they get really into it. There's an app you can download where you guess what color her dress is going to be at the reveal at such song. She does a position during her Juno song, and so you guess what position she's gonna do during Juno, and like it's a way more
Wow.
involved experience than I have seen from anybody else.
Hmm.
Um, Plain and simple, it's way more fun. It's way more involved. Like, we went to some concerts. We listened to the bands play the songs, and we left.
Yeah.
We saw Jelly Roll eat shit on the stage. But that
It's
wasn't
awesome.
scripted. That was just kind of a thing that accidentally happened. Um, but I have a lot of respect for artists who actually sing their songs
Yeah.
rather than lip singing. I know it's a lot to ask, but she did four that week, and she sang in every single concert.
That's cool.
And her concerts are like 2 hours long. And that's a lot of work. I have a lot of respect for that. Um,
That is a lot of work.
so my review is I had a surprisingly good time with it, and
Cool.
ever since I have been listening to some Sabrina Carpenter in my music, and that.
You did add some of her stuff into your playlist.
Yep.
What's the song that you like the best?
Okay, well, give me a second. Let me look it up. So I do like Juno. That's the one that's annoyingly good that gets stuck in my head.
Okay.
Um, but my favorite of hers. She does an edition of Please, Please, Please with Dolly Parton. That one's really good.
I have actually heard that.
I'm going to go with Goodbye or Nonsense.
Okay. I'll try it. I'll try it. I haven't seen anything from her that I actually hated. There's just nothing that I was like, wow, either. It's just kind of like, she's a
Oh,
pop artist.
there's a lot
That's
to
cool.
hate. There is a lot to hate. Um,
Even Espresso that everybody hates, I'm like, it's fine.
no, it's really irritating. It is super irritating.
It's
Um,
fine to me.
she has some very explicit, disgusting music that is basically porn.
Okay. Did she do any of that on the concert
Nothing that I
stage?
saw. Um,
Okay.
but she does have a Dancing on a Pole song. She does have, like, she gets
She's got
really
some explicit
crude,
stuff.
and I'm not a big fan of that. But her music that she does, not explicit. Juno is probably the most explicit one that I like. Um,
Okay.
it is still, like, she can have some good stuff.
Cool.
And I think
Yeah.
she makes a
I'll
big
try
joke
it.
out of it. Her last concert for this tour was her last one in LA. It was her 69th concert. So she wore boots that said Route 69 on them. Like, that's the kind of concert you're watching. I was expecting, like, watching her sing while doing a strip show, and it was not that. And that's kind of what everybody made it out to be. So it's not really as bad as people say. So, I don't know. I liked it. It was a good time.
Cool.
Glad
What
I
was
did
your
it.
rating?
Uh, like a 7. I'm not gonna,
Okay.
like, turn on all of her concerts now and download the app and be like, I think it's gonna be a black dress this time. I simply just do not care. But I have a lot of respect that they care enough to do that. Um,
Cool. If you had a recording of this concert, would you rewatch it?
no, I don't care.
Okay.
I'm also
Okay.
not a music person, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I was doing other things while watching the concert. Like, I'm not really inclined. I'm not like, oh man, I can't wait to go to the next Sabrina Carpenter concert. But at the same time, if Conlon was like, I'm now in love with Sabrina Carpenter and I bought us tickets and we're going, I'd be like, okay.
If your friend was like, all I want to do is see Sabrina Carpenter, and you had the money, would you buy tickets to go with her?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Sorry, Kylie. Yeah, you're cool, but I'm not spending money on that. But I would not be surprised if she said, hey, I bought tickets. We're going. So
Cool. Would you split? Like if she bought one, would you buy one also?
I'm not paying.
Not even that level. Okay.
No.
Cool.
It was fine, but, like, I still don't want to go
No.
and spend money on some of that music and that crowd, and, you know, it's a lot better than I expected, but it's still, like, not my kind of music. It's
Thing.
still not, like, I would rarely go to a concert to begin with. I still, like, it's still not on my wish list of concerts to go to if I had a chance to go to. I would rather go to a Falling in Reverse concert for the 100th time
Then go
than
to
go to
Sabrina
Sabrina
Carpenter.
Carpenter. But I also just really love Falling in Reverse, whereas I just kind of like some of her songs.
Cool. That's fair. That's fair. All right, we'll go on to my next topic. The Strength of the Few. A few weeks ago, I read The Will of the Many and been on my list for a really, really long time. I loved The Will of the Many. I love that book. It's fantastic. I am incredibly happy that it's being picked up for a movie, TV show, we don't know yet. But it's getting picked up by Sony for something, and I think it's going to be absolutely badass. The first book to me is like actually a little bit better Red Rising. Like it's a different story, but it's got the same kind of vibe, and I like it even a little bit better. Like it's really, really good. You have your main character who is a fallen prince from a nation that has been conquered, and he has to go into hiding, and through weird situations, he ends up as the son of the adopted son of basically a duke, for the lack of a better word, for this new Roman Empire. type civilization that he's a part of. And as the son of the Duke, he's asked to do some extreme things, or he will be outed and he will be killed. And part of it is going to a school, surviving that school, making friends, and rising up to the top of this school. Because if you're at the very top, then you get to basically choose your location to be assigned. He goes through the entire process. The school system is awesome. It is just a freaking banger of a book. I like this second book. At the end of book 1, you have one of my favorite cliffhangers I have ever read. Period. Hands down. The cliffhanger results in you following 3 POVs instead of 1. I think I prefer books that follow 1 POV, typically over 3. It's the case with most of the books that I can think of. Like, I really like the Stormlight Archives, but you have the one character that I don't care that much about, and the entire time I'm reading it, I'm like, can't we just get back to Kaladin? Because he's the best. In this one, you have your 3 different characters that you are following, and I'm trying to keep it low spoilers because I think you should read this, Josh. Because this first book is so damn good. And I like all 3 characters, but our character from book 1 is the character that I keep wanting to follow. So every single time it goes to one of the other characters, I'm like, can't we just get back to the first character? And you don't have enough time to flush out all of the side characters because you are now splitting the same size book as book 1 into 3 parts. So you're getting a third of the time with each character. What he does with that third of a time, I think, is very effective for the most part. You're in 3 different worlds, and 2 of the worlds are incredible, same level as the first book. The last world is a little bit less enjoyable, but not bad. I'm trying to keep it as spoiler-free as possible. This book did just come out. It is good. It is a good book. There are parts of the book that are fantastic. The last 15%, 10% of this book is balls to the walls. Great. Like, knocked it out of the park. Really, really good. I just wanted more of our main character from the first book. And it was a little disappointing that way. I gave the first book like a 9, 9.5. Phenomenal. This one's getting an 8. Still a very good book. Just not to that level. There's going to be 4 books total for this series. A lot of people think it's 3. I've seen a lot of people review this book and talk about how, oh wow, he's got a lot to take care of in the last book. You have 2 more books, guys. We're going to be done with this series by like 2035. We're all going to be freaking old. But it's going to be great. I believe that at the end of it will be fantastic, and I'm along for the ride. If you guys have thought about picking up this book series, I would highly recommend it.
Very cool.
Yeah. With that, let's go to our final topic. It's weirdly music again. And NF just dropped a new EP, and I think it is phenomenal. Is NF somebody you would actually like to see in concert? Going back to our question earlier.
Absolutely.
Okay.
NF is great.
Okay.
I love his new album. I love his previous album. He has songs that are really important to me as a person.
Yeah.
He has no music that I dislike.
Me either.
Like, they're all fine, all the way up to great to top tier music. I think he's a super underappreciated artist. And if all rap and hip hop was stuff like his, I wouldn't hate it so much. Because guess what? When you can hear the lyrics and they mean something, it's not bad.
What did you think about Fear? Because the second I heard it, I sent it to you, and I've listened to it like 7 times.
I think it's a really good song. I actually don't think it's his best song from the new album.
Which one's your favorite?
I don't know off the top of my head. It's all just music. Just Stop doing things I don't want you to do. Okay, NF. His new album. I really like Who I Was, but my
It's
favorite
really
is
good.
probably Sorry.
Okay.
It would probably go Sorry, Fear, Who I Was, Washed Up. Um,
Why did you like Sorry so much?
Because it's just a heavy, good song. Like, I like the lyrics. What do you?
I just didn't know if it had a heavier meaning to you. Like I watched the music video, and he designs all the music videos for everything for this album, and I loved the way Fear's music video was done. Have you seen it? Oh yeah, I sent you the music video. I sent you the music video, and you have the knock on the door, and he's in this mansion. He's talked about the mansion in his mind before, and all these doors that he doesn't want to open, but they open up anyway. And I've seen review after review after review of people who have medical degrees or master's degrees in psychology reviewing this song from different angles. And I've heard different things from different people who are very educated in the field of psychology on what it means and what it means to them. And you have this darkness that's knocking on the door and he doesn't want to open it. And I've heard people say, well, when he gets into the music and he gets into these artistic modes, he has to go into that dark space. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to write the music. I've heard people say, well, that darkness, it just keeps pushing in on you. And how long do you keep the door shut? But in the music video, he goes up to the door, he unlocks it, he walks away, he locks it back up, and then he unlocks it and he opens it again. And I've had these moments where you're struggling with the darkness that's inside of you and you kind of want to close it off and you don't want to pay attention to it. And it is like that. You close it off in your mind, you open it back up, you close it, you open it back up, you close it, you open it back up. Same kind of thing with depression. Like it lingers there, but you try to shut it away, but it just keeps forcing its way open. What I find interesting is that he's the one who opened it. It's just there's so many little things in the music video that are incredibly well done. When he's talking to his shadow self, once he opens up the door, the shadow self puts a bag over its face and hides away, but the real self just keeps praying and asking and wondering why he is this way. One of my favorite lines is where he's holding the gasoline and he's asking God if he started the fire. And how many times have I been struggling with my mental health or whatever the heck I'm going through, and I'm asking God, is this your plan for me? Is this where I'm supposed to be? Are you the one that started the fire? Why am I going through this? Or is it my own fault? Is it my own damn fault? I love this song. Like, insane. It didn't feel like he was writing a song. It felt like he was writing the demons that nobody talks about. And when I like horror movies because they get into those dark aspects of psychology that we don't usually talk about. NF does that with music, and it is freaking phenomenal.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah, my dude.
To
I
me,
thought it was
music
great.
is just music. Like,
Oh,
it's just music. The only times I like music as anything more than just music is when it's putting words to something I have tried to say.
okay.
And that is the only time it has ever been anything more to me. And I get that other people love music, hats off to you. But, like, there's a reason I don't listen to music all that much. There's a reason I'm not super inclined to go to concerts and such. It's because music is a pastime or a canceller of the silence of existence. It is noise. It is not like, a lot of people connect to different music and different songs. I've talked to some people and they're like, every time I listen to this song, it just makes me cry. And I'm like, it's math. It's math, people. That is all it is. It is literally just math. And it is making you cry. Like, it's just, I don't connect to it in that way. And there are some songs, but just not many, that will stand out to me and be more than music. But, like, to me, it's music.
I
It
think
really is.
that's a good segue with the math aspect because we've listened to some AI music this week, and some of it is really, really good. Like, legitimately, people want to give it crap, whatever. It's really good. Is it also just music to you? Does it worry you with the larger problems that can come from being able to put in whatever voice that you want, basically whatever artist, come up with something great, or have AI make a new voice out of nothing, out of math, and have it be phenomenal? Is there any worries to you about the industry because of that?
No.
No. Okay. What are your thoughts in general about AI music? Is it just good math?
It's just good math. Like, people freak out and people are scared and people say, AI is going to take over. Well, here's the problem with that. True AI doesn't exist. And true AI is theorized to not even be possible. So, AI, in terms of creating on its own, probably not really great. It's not likely, and if it does happen, we are maybe a century or more away from that. Like, it is not something right around the corner. Uh, Now we can talk about the AI we do have. Well, Conlon, what happens when you have AI training on only just AI?
You get very little growth.
You get no growth and you take wrong steps and you go in the wrong direction. Um, every time you see an AI video, you can tell when AI is training on AI because it does something completely funky or doesn't quite work or doesn't make any sense, right? Sora, I've been on
Mhm.
Sora, having a great time with it. And you can be like, I want to show me in a BYU uniform throwing a winning touchdown against the Utah Utes. And
Mhm.
it will show, have a close up of my face, and it goes hike, and you go, okay, everything's working really good. And then he'll throw a pass, and it'll go way off the side, way out of bounds, and then it would play sounds. It's like touchdown, and it's like, okay,
That's not how it
that's
works.
kind of funny how it got put together, but not really how it works. Every time AI has trained on another AI or itself, the product has gotten worse. So now we switch to AI music. Well, what's going to happen when AI music starts training on AI music? It's going to
It'll get
create
worse.
utter garbage. Now, we have the AI that I sent you, which is, let me pull up exactly what it is, because it was so good, I added it to my playlist.
The Western Eminem one.
Yes, it made Eminem's Lose Yourself Country.
Yeah, it was really good.
And it did a great job. And it switched around some lyrics. But guess what? That was AI training on a person. It didn't try and steal Eminem's voice. It just is like, here's the lyrics, make it country. And it did. And it did a great freaking job. Uh,
Did.
I'm fully on board with good music. And AI music is just math, right?
Mhm.
So it's really cool to me that we get to be like, hey, what if this song wasn't rap? What if it was country? What
What
if
if it
it
was
was rock?
sang by John Denver or whoever you want to do?
What it? I saw a big rebirth, right? Like, what if this song was sung by Elvis? What if this song, right? We get to
Yeah, I
see
saw
that.
one I didn't send you that was by it was what's the one I wish I was special. I wish I was special. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No, but
What's
you
it
are
called? It's by
special. Don't you
REM.
worry.
Thanks, brother. Anyway, it was sung by Freddie Mercury, and I was like, that was really good.
Yeah, there's a
That was
bunch of
really
like,
good.
what if this song was Old Town Funk and or bluegrass or whatever. Like, I think that's just
Yeah,
really cool. Like, yeah, it's sad that the artists could lose out on some royalties. Yeah, it's sad that, copyright issues and this, that, and the other. That's stuff that would need to be ironed out and worked out. But the
Mhm.
technology in and of itself, I just think is cool. I'm
Cool.
not scared of it. I welcome our AI overlords. I hope they make our lives better.
That's a good way of
That's
looking
what
at
I
things,
think.
man. So with this math, why do you think some math appeals to you and some things like Sabrina by Carpenter you enjoyed? It was good. Good math. But you like some other math significantly better. What do you think the difference is for you?
Lyrics.
Okay.
There are people who listen to just the sound, right? Just the music that is being played. You
Mhm.
see this all the time. I don't remember when it was. I want to say it was like 8 years ago. It was very popular to get reactions of parents when they actually realized what the lyrics were of a song,
Yeah,
right? So there are people who don't really pay attention to lyrics. And it's talked about as if you're one or the other, but I feel like sometimes you're one and sometimes you're the other, but mainly you're one.
I
Um,
agree.
and so for me, I'm mainly a lyrics person,
Okay.
which is one of the reasons why I think I can say I don't care what genre it is. Every genre has good music. You just have to find the good music. And other people are like, country sucks. I hate country. It's just about trucks and beer and girls. And
Well,
it's like,
no, there's a lot more to it than
there's
that.
a lot more to it than that if you're actually listening to the lyrics. Um, One of the reasons why rap isn't so good, well, most of its lyrics are about drinking, guns, and king. And girls. We can point to any genre and be like, well, it's just about this mainly. Uh, but yet we have stuff like NF and Eminem, and none of their stuff is gang, gun. It's a lot more than that. So for me, it's lyrics. The songs that I say stand out to me as more than just music are the ones that put words into stuff I don't have the words to say.
So, would you just be as satisfied with really good poetry that was read to you?
Yeah, that's all music
Okay.
is.
Okay. So, you really don't need the beats and the rises and all of that stuff.
It's good. It makes it better.
Okay.
But
But it's an addition.
yeah.
Cool. I like that. I think I'm a little bit more music aspect than you, but I also really do like some good poetry and sometimes just reading the lyrics of a song. Like you can read NFL lyrics and they're fantastic. There was a my favorite lyric from him. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like we waste a lot of time thinking about wasted time. I think is what the lyric is, and it's just a banger. It's so great. And he has lines after lines after lines that are really good, soulful, make you think, make you grow, type things.
Yeah. So
So on a completely separate note, that is just like NF because he's so religious. I think with Christian music, you just need to read the hymn book.
no, it's just bad. It is repetitive. It is slow, and it makes you want to claw your eyes and ears out. So yeah. And to be fair, there is good versions of the songs. Those versions are in the RM and the singles ward and the best 2 years, when they are rock versions of the song.
When they actually do something with them.
Yeah.
That should be your whole thing from now. That should be your personality. Is
No.
just using AI to convert hymns to different music.
I've actually already seen it.
Oh yeah, I really haven't looked into that at all.
There's one really slow hymn. I don't remember which one it is. It's like you look at it and you go, "That's a short hymn," but its timing is so unbelievably slow and boring. They never do it for Sunday. Um, somebody turned that song into like screamo and like hard rock using AI, and I was like, yeah, it's better. Still sucks though, but it's better
But it's
that way.
better.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
That's awesome. Well, guys, I think that's going to be our episode. We appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll be back for one more this week without Lauren, unfortunately. But we're grateful for you. Keep going up. We keep going forward. Make tomorrow better. Be grateful for the good things that you've got. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy your holiday. We appreciate you guys. See ya.